Yes, yo, Spurs fans, Bob from BobspurTV. Thank you for clicking on. Doing a video for Lily White Lane. He contacted me yesterday and said, Bobby, what's your all-time best 11 Spurs team? And I said, oh, right, well, in goalkeeper, oh, no. Please send it via video. Anything for you, Robbie. So here I am. Spent most of the day thinking about who I'd pick. And I've come to my 11. I don't think many people are going to agree with it. This is just an opinion, and everyone knows what my feelings are about opinions. I say that. I think there will be people out there who will think, wow. But like any other opinion, there'll be some people going, we'll see. So I'll go through it. Goalkeeper, for me, between Lloris and Paul Robinson. Lloris has been dedicated to us for nearly a decade. Paul Robinson was there for a few years. For me, the mistakes that Lloris has made are very prominent. Chelsea, Brighton, other games, Liverpool. I can't think of many Paul Robinson made, and he was playing excellent for England as well. And he scored a goal against Watford. So for me, in goal, it has to be good old Paul Robinson. Fullbacks, right back for me, Carl Walker, played at his peak. I think the majority of them, all my players, did play at the peak when they were at our club. That best attacking right back in the country. And to be fair, he went up a level when he went to Man City. And certainly for us, he was brilliant. One of Poch's heroes. And Stephen Carr was there. Stephen Carr was given a thought. But for me, Carl Walker, he was on another level. Left back for me, I know it's all turning sour, but Danny Rose. Danny Rose was, at his peak, the best left back, easily, since probably Ashley Cole, England have had. Brilliant with chest downs. The way he could take a ball on his chest and control it, I've never seen any player do. And I honestly mean that. His goal against Arsenal on his debut will obviously go down in history. But yeah, for me, him and Carl Walker, best fullbacks for Spurs for a number of years. Central defence, I've gone for a left-footed defender on the left-hand side. That for me, Superyan. I believe he probably had another season left in him before we sold him. I wish he'd stayed for another year, because I think he probably would have helped the likes of Rodon, who's left-footed, of course, and Tanganga. I know Toby's still there, but it's probably too much for Toby to take on, especially with the number of games that he's been playing of late. So yeah, I really would have kept him just as in the vicinity, but he wanted more games. He felt he's got more games with him, and obviously I've not seen him playing in club football that much, but when he's played for Belgium and I've seen it, still class. And obviously if we've got a left-sided centre-back, you need a right-footed centre-back to play alongside him, and it's the king himself, Ledley King. Without going over the top and exaggerating, Ledley King would have been the best defender in the world. For me, fact. Not opinion. I would put my head out and stick my head out and say, yeah, he would have gone down as the best defender in the world if he didn't have his injuries. Such a shame. What a waste. What a waste. I'm so glad he's around the club right now. But Ledley King, easily for me, the best centre-back we've had. Before I carry on, I obviously have to judge this by the players that I've seen live. Yes, of course, the likes of Graham Roberts and Jimmy Greaves have been absolutely fantastic, but it'd be unfair of me to justify their position in my team when I've not seen them play live. So, to all the older generation watching this, I apologise, but I have to back up my own opinion, and I couldn't back it up based on some YouTube clips and clip hits I've seen on TV. So from about late 80s, 90s onwards are the players I'm picking. I've gone for a 4-4-2, by the way. Good old 4-4-2. Shows my age. People are probably Googling what 4-4-2 means. It used to be a good magazine, actually. I've gone for a left wing or left midfield, whichever way you want to look at it. A right footer who could cut inside is David, player of the year, football writers of the year, best Spurs player of the month over and over again, numerous personal accolades he won at Spurs. Unfortunately, we couldn't give him a trophy, but I think looking at it, there's probably about 3 trophies between the players I've picked in this all-time 11. So, but yeah, David Ginola. Again, Google goals, FA Cup goals and League Cup goals. Barnsley sticks to mind, Leeds sticks to mind. So yeah, just check them out. Absolutely fantastic player. And lovely hair. I'm not jealous at all. And on the right wing, left footer, the unfortunate comments he's made hasn't swayed me from this. Gareth Bale. Cutting in, scoring with his left foot over and over numerous times. Teams could see what he was going to do, but there was no stopping him. And obviously, a goal against West Ham. Gets fouled by a West Ham player. Gets up, looks at a ref. Why wasn't that a foul? No, Gareth. In my opinion, that wasn't a foul. Oh no. Okay, you don't want to give me a foul? Please stand back, everyone. Tom Carroll, would you like to do the best thing you've ever done in a Spurs shirt and pass me that ball? Yes, of course, Gareth Bale. I don't know why it sounds like that. Yes, of course, Gareth Bale. Here you go. Thank you, Tom Carroll. This assist will go down in folklore. Right, how far are we from goal? Oh, 923 yards. Never mind. Let me shoot this ball into the West Ham top corner to win 3-2. He did that. He scored one of the best goals I've seen. And Tom Carroll has gone down in folklore in history as the best assist a player's ever given to another Spurs man. Check it out. Just check it out. Central midfield. I've gone for my defensive midfielders. Some people will be surprised, but don't underestimate how defensive minded this player was. Despite his array of passing ability, his skills on the ball, he finished his career playing a sweeper, and that man is God. Not God. Glenn Hoddle. He was the reason I fell in love with Tottenham. It was love at first sight with Glenn. I'm referring to his first name's Hoddle, Mr. Hoddle, sorry. The older generation, like Chris Carlin, Alistair Gold, even Ben Sim. Sorry, Ben Sim. But they'll probably remember a magazine that used to be called Match or Shoot, I think, one or the other. They did a big piece on Glenn Hoddle. And I was just in the early years of sport in Tottenham. He basically gave a history lesson on what Spurs were to him and to everyone, to every Spurs supporter. And the goal against Watford, that chip in '87, I think it was. I've seen 10,000 times. That's no exaggeration. And alongside him, I've got Paul Gazza. Him and Hoddle in the central midfield would rip any team or midfield to shreds. Again, don't underestimate how powerful these two players were. They had a real good presence about them. And Gazza, check out his goal again. So it goes unnoticed, but check out his goal for Spurs in the 91 Cup run against Portsmouth. I think it might have been the 6th round or 5th round. I think it was the 5th round. Please check it out. One of the Spurs players didn't know what to do with the ball. He ran from the opposition penalty area, come back, took the ball off him, took on about 60,000 players and scored one of the best solo goals I've ever seen. So underrated. That goal is so underrated. Please check it out. So that's the midfield sorted. Up front, for me, Kane, easy, prominent. Everyone knows about him. Not bad for a one-season wonder. Spurs is our own. And great news that he's looking to stay with us for the rest of his career. I wouldn't have blamed him if he wanted to move on. But I tell you what, after the Bale comments, which we'll discuss in a different video, for him to say that he wants to stay at Tottenham, music to one's ears. Now his partner, who I had to decide, is a different story. Robbie Keane, Berbatov, Jermaine Defoe, Sheringham, Klinsmann. So many great strikers. I couldn't. It took me ages, but for me, the one player who stood out for me, and this is more of a personal choice than probably people will go for, but for me, it's Roberto Soldado. The player, I'm joking. It's not Soldado. Vincent Janssen. No, it's not Janssen. Lineker. Gary Lineker. People will obviously refer to him as the man of match of the day, but guys, please check out his goals. If you ever want to see how fast this player was, I can't find that many games where he played for Tottenham in YouTube, or not very clear ones. But check out him and Gazza's partnership for England against Cameroon in the 1990 World Cup quarterfinals. You see Gazza's passing accuracy, his assist to Gary Lineker, and Gary Lineker's darting pace. Lightning pace through the Cameroon defence. He went 2 penalties out of it. We won 3-2. We were 2-1 down actually, and he scored. But yeah, one of the fastest players I've ever seen live. And I honestly mean that. I've seen many. But one-on-one, my dad always used to say, or still said, bless him, you can gauge how good a striker is by how confident you're going to be when they're going through one-on-one. Shearer, you can put your house on it. He's going to score. Gary Lineker, he goes through one-on-one, you put your house on it. You know, players like Jermaine Defoe, fantastic as they were, you wouldn't really put your money on it for them to score a goal one-on-one. Darren Bent, another one, scores goals left, right, centre. But you wouldn't be 100% confident he's going to score. I'd put Les Ferdinand in that. One-on-one, great at one-touch finishings and headers and stuff. Lineker was one of those. If we went one-on-one, you just write down, right, that's a goal for us. I don't know why you'd write it down, but you would. But yeah, that's my all-time best 11. Robinson in goal, Carl Walker, Ledley King, Jan Vertonghen and Danny Rose at the back, with Ginola and Bale out of the wings, and Hoddle and Gazza in central defence, and up front Kane and Lineker. That team's so good that it's actually making me cry. Making me feel emotional. What a team that would have been. I'm joking, by the way. I'm not really crying. I don't have to. There's my Canastella. Anyway, and raw beef. But yeah, that is, for me, my personal best 11, and it'd win the quadruple every season. That's my thoughts. Agree with it, don't agree with it, please let me know. Let Lily White know your thoughts. And if you need some more information of the older players that I've mentioned in there, please send Lily White a comment. He wouldn't know anything about it, but it'd be so hilarious to see him try. But no, all joking aside, he's a knowledgeable guy. I'm sure you'll find the answer. But if you do have any other questions, as the loudest motorbike in the world just passes by the window. That was a motorbike, that wasn't me with a dodgy stomach. Send me a message over at BobspurTV and check out my content. Subscribe, like, the usual. You know the drill. But yeah, that's my all-time top 11, and as always, come on, you Spurs.